Hello, everyone. It's John Benko, the Director of Nursing here on the Belfair campus, coming to you on April 1st with our COVID-19 update video. This video is getting done a little late in the day, so there's a chance you may not see it till tomorrow. But anyway, this morning my temperature was 98.0. I'm reminding all of you to take your temperature every day and monitor yourself for any other signs or symptoms of illness. If you're ill or have a fever of 100 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, please follow your call-off protocol and do not report for work. I also want to point out that we do monitor the temperature and health of all the clients on the Belfair campus. Presently, none of them have a fever and none of them have any symptoms of the COVID-19 virus. As most of you know, I do like to keep track of the numbers associated with this virus. It keeps us up to date. I try to stay up to date as often as I can. I want to thank Chris Clancy, our CIO, who referred me over to a website that has some good pictorial representation of the numbers. Most of these numbers are following the trend that we've seen, but they do point out a couple of nice things for us. If we look at this, which is a pictorial representation of how we're seeing new cases be diagnosed, and we were tracking for a while of doubling every 2 to 2.5 days, and here in the United States and actually in Ohio, with a much tighter graph, in Ohio, we're seeing that that is doubling now every 3 days. So that effort that we had to flatten the curve is in fact working and working quite well. A couple other pictographs here that help illustrate some of the things that we're finding as a trend. That is that of the folks who are getting affected by this disease, a good deal of them, in fact, a vast majority of them, are not having serious complications at all. So they're feeling a little sick, they may have some symptoms, but they're not requiring hospitalization and they're not requiring serious hospitalization or the involvement of the ICU, etc. Additionally, when we look at who's being affected by this, statistically, we're seeing what's been holding pretty much around the world, that high-risk group is those of us who are just a little bit older, starting around the age 60, but that's not really where we see the big jump. It's 70 and above and 80 and above. And of course, we know that comorbid conditions are affecting that. I only point this out because most of our workforce will stay in that lower affected area. And we certainly know that all of our clients here on campus and the vast majority of who we serve are not in that high-risk group. So we're taking some comfort in that, or at least some encouragement. We know these are difficult times. I often talk about stress. I'll encourage you, of course, to take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. My clinical nurse manager reminds me that that should be a longer time, but I'm doing it just for illustration, and I want you to feel the weight come off. Remember, these are trying times. It's difficult. It's a lot of weight that we have to carry, but we'll carry it together and we'll do it well. We spoke about an equation that I'm hoping is going to help us get through this, and that was our 2KS equation, which 2 seconds. Take 2 seconds before you engage someone. Remember that they too are a human being and trying to get along through this global pandemic, probably having some other stress as well. And then we want to employ kindness. That is contagious. It's also very helpful. Kindness makes us happy, helps boost our immune system. We're going to need all of that. And of course, S for science, and science is where we got those numbers I just talked about, as well as what's going to guide us through this. I'm happy to say that the kindness, at least, is being mentioned not only here on the campus, but also one of my recently found heroes, Dr. Amy Acton, brought that up in her news conference today. So we know how important kindness is, and I'm asking you to do whatever you can to be kind and help each other get through this. We'll have some more information tomorrow. I'm expecting some new numbers, and I'll share those with you. I'm also hoping to participate in a couple of calls with some of you and your management teams so we can get your questions answered. So thanks for your attention. I want to remind you all to be kind, rely on the science, take 2 seconds, wash your hands, stop touching each other, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day.